Hey, what's up? We live. We back at it. It's the second time going live. As you can see, I'm a little more well put together. So I guess I'm kind of going to pick up where I last left off from my first live. Um, and yeah, that's basically what the topic of conversation is today. The topic of conversation is lightly descripted in the description. Uh, I think we're going to talk about big headed individuals. That's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about big headed individuals. We're going to talk about people who consider themselves hot shit when, they really ain't even all that. They think they all that in a bag of chips, but they're not. And the reason I want to say that is because people are producing hot shit. And by that, when I say hot shit, I don't mean fire flame. When I say hot shit, I mean dog shit. I mean dog shit. That's what I mean. And maybe they have a little studio, a little setup. Seems legitimate, right? Everything's recorded nicely. But then when you actually listen to the lyrics, and you actually listen to the song, it's dog shit. It's hot shit. AKA. And maybe you're a supporter of this person who's producing this music that, just ain't all that good. Let's just be real. And they got out of maybe 15 of their songs, they got like one good song. And I'm not saying this because I think I got the better music. But if I reach out to you and I listen to your little catalog, and out of every song you got, I can only find one song that I actually like, and I support you in other endeavors, and I say, hey, let's do a collab. And you're like, nah, I gotta hear the finished product. In my opinion, you think you're hot shit. Now, from the quality of what I've heard, I don't even think it was studio recorded. Um, Maybe certain technologies were implemented, like a mic, headphones. I don't know. If it was studio recorded, it sure as hell didn't sound like it. And I would consider it that at least some of my raps, even though the audio quality is some shit, that at least in some of my songs, verse wise, is fire. Now I telling this individual, hey, check me out. There's this app. Check me on this app. Oh, I gotta download the app just to listen to them. Nah. In my opinion, I'm like, wait, hold up. Cause you're on here. You go live. You're on IG. You're on Rumble. You're on YouTube. And your constant MO is, or your catchphrase is, smash that like button, subscribe to my Patreon, buy my latest book. And I was almost willing and ready to do that. But as soon as I just suggest or request for you to check me out on an app, I'm not saying pay for my Patreon. I'm not saying pay for my music. I'm saying go on this particular app. Why? Because my catalog is all there. But I'm not live in the chat. I'm in the chat via text, right? I'm typing, so I'm not going to type all this up. I leave it alone for the most part. I'm just like, okay, I got you. But in my opinion, I think had I been live, I probably would have said something else because I'm not sitting there going like this. I'm not sitting there typing. But I guess I had to get this off my chest too because it's like, my guy, I let other people listen to your music and got their opinion on a song that I thought was hot. And to them, it was hot trash. And to them, the rest of your catalog that you had put out, maybe it was unfinished, but it was hot trash. So for someone to have music that seems unfinished, that seems like rough draft, to be asking for a finished product, to be saying, yeah, just message it to me. You can go on my YouTube. I don't know why that thought didn't occur. You can just go on my, you know what? Let me check this dude out. See, he's a supporter. No, I'm not a supporter. Who I am and what I am to you is a consumer. Just consume my shit. I'm not even looked at as, oh, this is another creator. I might not be a content creator, but I'm a fucking creator. I would like to believe that at least I'm a fucking creator. And would like to do respect as such. Not just as some fucking nut hugging son of a bitch that's on your dick because I'm trying to get a leg up. Hold up. I love making music. And I love making music with other people who love music. Now, if music ain't your primary thing, that's fine. Which was said after. But for me, it's like, if it's not your primary thing, then why do it at all? There's other things that I like to do that I would say not really my primary thing. But I feel like in order to have a significant amount of impact, I feel like it's best to focus on one or two things rather than to divide your energy into 4 or 5 parts. You know what I'm saying? So I think it was, I'm going to call bullshit on that. I think that, you know, for the most part, people who like to say, oh, music is not my main thing, it's because music isn't making them any money. That's what they really mean to say. That the music side of things isn't making you a goddamn dollar or a dime. And if it is, it ain't paying the bills. Because the people who say, typically, yeah, music is my main thing, are people who either love the art, love the craft, or are actually making bucks off it and are straight trash. So, you know, that's my thing. If I'm coming out and I tell you, because really, in my opinion, you should be asking me, yo, do you want to collab? Do you do music? But you haven't heard my shit, so of course I'm not expecting that. But when I ask somebody and they looking at me like I'm just looking for a leg up. I'm just trying to put myself out there, or I'm not. I gotta hear your shit first. Like, hold up, homie. You can. I gave you the means to which you can hear my shit. And here's the thing: on the app that I suggested to him, because he's also a beat maker, he could put his beats on there too. He can make money on this app. So it don't have to just be you being a rapper on this particular app. It could be you being a beat maker. And the app's called Rap Chat, by the way. Do I fuck with it heavy? I used to. but not so much any. Probably for like the last 2.5 years, I really haven't fucked with that app heavy. I had some, discrepancies with one, getting into one of my profiles. Ever since then, I never really used it, and I thought eventually I'd get back into the music and start actually being serious about recording because I wanted to hone my craft. That's what the app was for. It was like equivalent to me. It was like equivalent to going to football practice because I used to play football in high school. It was equivalent to going to football practice. And why did you go to football practice? So that when game time finally did come, you had the skills and the prowess that would allow you to win the game. And that's exactly what I was doing, but I was applying that to music. I was applying that to my craft in music, which is rap. Or sometimes you could say rap singing, but I can't really sing like that, Like I use that auto-tune for that. But as far as being a lyricist, being a wordsmith, yeah, I wanted to hone in on that craft as it applies to instrumentals and music. And, I wanted to sharpen that blade, so to speak, so that when game time finally did come, and I was in the right setting, in the right environment, and I had maybe I had the means and technology to, create a home studio, I could do that, and I can do that easily. I'd be top tier because I've had so much practice and experience with actually making songs and making music and getting what I needed to get or acquire, whatever it was that I needed to gain or whatever it was that I needed to learn to be better at what I love to do, so that when I finally did decide to take it serious, I'm A1. So what I'm introducing, of course, is just a rough draft. It's just me trying to network. I'm trying to connect with people that I like. I'm not doing it because I'm a fucking nut hugger. I'm not doing it because I'm trying to get a leg up. I'm doing it because I love the fucking craft. And I want to fucking network with other individuals who love the craft just as much as I do. I'm not doing this shit because, I seen you had a channel and it's connected to an even bigger channel, or for whatever mischievous reason you might have in your whatever mischievous idea you might have of me in your head. Because I feel my sentiment is motherfuckers look at me and just think like, I don't know, but it's just hate. I'm not sure what it is, but I really do feel like I receive a lot of envy and a lot of hate from motherfuckers, and I really ain't shit. I really ain't no fucking body. I ain't no fucking body to fucking hate on. Why? Because I'm suffering as much as the fucking next guy. My life sucks probably just as much, or possibly more, than yours. In other areas, in other arenas, in other forms. My shit ain't gravy. I'm just a dude trying to go about his business. I ain't trying to step on nobody's fucking toes. But motherfuckers look at me and make assumptions all fucking day long. And the reason I say this is because I felt like certain shit was said after I said what I said, and it wasn't addressed directly to me, but it was said indirectly in the live, and I don't fuck with that shit. Assuming the type of person that I am, as far as like, having girls around, being a certain type of individual. Because you see a light-skinned nigga picture show up, you think he a fuckboy immediately, like most people do. That shit pisses me the fuck off. Most people read a book by its cover, but personally, what I like to do is open the book and look for the pictures. because a picture says 1,000 words, right? I try to see, I don't try to just look at, I try to look through a fucking individual. So I don't have any preconceived notions about who this person is or isn't. But I can't expect everybody to fucking operate like that. You know, I can't expect everybody to fucking operate like that. Not everybody's going to, operate like that. And the last kind of motherfucker that I'm gonna be is a dick riding motherfucker. I ain't that. Never. I'll never be a motherfucking dick rider. Now I show love. I show support. Why? Because I would want the same motherfucker to do. I would want a motherfucker to do the same for me. If I really like your content, if I really like your material, and you are more of a smaller YouTube channel, and I'm able to have a more intimate connection with you because you're a smaller YouTube channel, I'm gonna show you as much love and support as I can, because I want to see a nigga survive, but more than survive, I want to see a nigga flourish and grow. But you see, that's either some gay shit or some dick riding shit. So now I'm realizing that YouTube content creators have a threshold of how much a nigga can show love and support. Because if he's showing too much, he's either looking for a leg up, so he's just kissing your ass, or he's a dick rider, or he's gay. Which I'll tell you right fucking now, I am none of the three. I want to see a nigga grow and flourish. I want to say I was there when that motherfucker was at the bottom, and I'm still here when that motherfucker at the cream of the crop. Because I want a motherfucker to do that for me. The motherfuckers don't, because they hating, envious. They just really focused on their own shit. And that's okay. But if people want to work with you creatively, and you treat them like I don't want to say like a nobody or a spec, because that's kind of extreme, but you just treat them like a fangirl, like a consumer. No, homie, I'm a creator. I know a lot of people probably come out and be like, oh yeah, let's make a collab. But bro, if you see me in your chat, you see me a couple times, I've been on your live, I done came through a couple times, I done showed love. Why is it so hard to show a little love back? Hey, I check your shit out on the app. It's whatever. I mean, my dude, you're a content creator. You might want to put content out there. Could make you some money. You don't even really know what the fucking app is or it does. But at the same time, oh, you should buy my book. You should buy my little strip. Oh, hey y'all. Check out my Patreon. Subscribe. You want us to do that. Personally me, because you personally asked me to check out your shit. And I was about to get your shit too, to show love and support. But I guess if I get your strip, I'm just a nut hugging son of a bitch. I'm just a consumer. I'm a fucking fangirl. Oh my god! Because niggas don't know how to show real love to other niggas, and when real love is shown to another nigga, it must be plotting. There must be some mischievous intent, or he's gay, or he's dick riding because ultimately he wants to ride on the fucking coattails of my success. It's gotta be something. And this is the same dude who talk about helping other fucking men out. I ain't looking for help. Goddamn. I'm looking to be a part of the creative process, motherfucker. A part of the creative I ain't saying, hey, help me do the studio. I'm saying, yo, I want to be a part of your creative process. If you're a creative fucking genius and you dip and dabble in whatever you dip and dabble in, you're fucking great at. Rather it's playing a piano, rather if it's fighting, rather if it's doing music, rather if it's having social commentary, having superior intellect, writing a fucking novel, drawing a fucking painting, sucking some fucking Gucci, coochie, whatever the fuck is your thing. Whatever the fuck is your thing, whatever the fuck you gonna dip and dab in, you gonna be fucking great at. As a creative fucking genius. If that's you, I made that assumption based off of the talent and skill that I was able to observe. But don't make the fucking assumption that I'm a fucking fangirl. I'm certainly not a motherfucking fangirl. And these YouTubers got me fucked up. And I know I got 0 live in the motherfucking chat right now. I mean, 0 people in the live, 0 people in the chat. But it ain't about that. This just I'm not trying to cause ripples. But I still gotta let this load off and drop it in the water. Or this might cause some ripples. But that's not the intent. The shit is, I needed to make this clear. I needed to address in a way where others can consume it too, but I needed to address my observations. All right. Yeah, that's an important text. Shit, I missed that. All right. But I feel like for the most part, these observations have been addressed. I got to the nitty gritty of it. I think I got to the nitty gritty of what I wanted to get to ultimately. I don't think I missed any bases. But also I'm open to conversation. I know that I'm not always going to be 100% right, and I don't carry myself like that. And a lot of YouTubers do, and that's another thing. A lot of YouTubers carry themselves like they could never be right. And the reason why I say that is because I've heard a lot of YouTubers say, I never lose, I never lost, or I never lost a debate. To me, you can't have success without failures. And we're always going to have failures. But if you're really looking for like challenging debates, in my opinion, you're always going to be trying to debate people smarter than you, not dumber than you. And because you're challenging, your superior intellect, when you debate somebody smarter than you, you're by default going to lose that debate. But you gain something. You've gained insight. You've gained realization. Right? Because those debates aren't an assassination of character. It's just a matter of facts versus facts, or facts versus fiction, or opinion versus opinion. And maybe through that debate, you're able to build a bridge where now you have even greater understanding of not just the other side, but also of your side, because now you kind of know what those comebacks are going to be, what those counter arguments are going to be against your own argument. And now you can better prepare. for when somebody tries to use those same arguments again in another debate. But, the intellectual style of debating is fucking gone. It's more about it's arguing. Why? Because even though people say they don't get emotional, they certainly fucking get emotional. Shit, I still get emotional during certain debates, especially if I know I'm fucking losing. Let's just be honest. Like, nobody's always gonna be Mr. Calm, Mr. This was a breeze. Sometimes you're gonna be in situations that cause you to. It's getting hot in here. You're gonna be in one of those, slick with sweat, figuring out what the fuck you're gonna say. But again, like I said, most people on YouTube don't really try to debate people smarter than themselves because they don't want to be seen as losers. They always want to win. And how do you win? By debating people who are dumber than you. And I'm not saying that time to time, maybe, there's probably those rare occasions where one YouTuber has debated somebody, he's a good debater, and he debated somebody who was far superior in intellect than him and managed to still win. There's those rare occasions, but for the most part is what I'm saying. Because I'm not trying to generalize, but for the most part, my observation is that. And even if you were smarter, so to speak, and you're debating somebody on YouTube and you are smarter, I think the favorite thing for a lot of people who have a platform, what they love to do is mute, boot, or talk and holler and scream over you whenever you talk. And whenever they can get a chance, they'll interrupt you because in the conversation, they have to be verbally domineering. And when you try to take back that control of the conversation, guess what happens? Now you look like you're being aggressive. And you're screaming now. You're yelling. And it makes the individual who's now screaming and yelling look unhinged. When the second you look unhinged in a debate, you've lost. So, it's difficult. It's difficult when you're doing things from computer to computer or phone to computer or whatever the scenario is versus doing it person to person. And, I think that maybe that style is going to change eventually. Or maybe it doesn't. Maybe it just gets fucking worse. But I think for the most part, I've addressed my observations, and I've did my little live for today. I think I should keep it less than a 30-minute rant. I think anything past a 30-minute rant is going in. But thank you for tuning in. This is the second Silver Fox Live. Speaking my mind. Be easy.